All right. So let's finish this bad boy out. In case you guys haven't realized, I probably haven't because I haven't really explained it all that well. But a couple of things. I've been saving all of this pulverized platinum. We have like 10 stacks of it. Now, why would I be saving this, right? That's a great question. That's a fantastic question. And we're going to solve that right about now. Oh, one other quick thing. I did this quickly. So we have our destabilized redstone. We have our energized glowstone. We have our resonant ender, along with these all being automated. And then I also automated up some lava just through magma crucible and netherrack. And then I positioned my sawmill down below just to have right now. So I got these systems up in place and ready to go. So as you can see, we have a decent amount of backlog. What is that, 52,000? And I can always just upgrade these tanks to get more. Now, lava like this is more for me to take the tank or take a few buckets here or there if I require it, okay? I also hooked up our biogenerators again, just to kind of speed up, again, another 240 RF per tick for each one of these, right? Each one of these is 240 as well. So it kind of adds up pretty quick, right? That's all. That's it, that's all. So, pulverized platinum. Why do I have it? Why have I not been processing it into ingots? And that's a great question because I only have 2 ingots as well, right? That's all I got to my name right now. Now, there's a couple different things. So, when you look at a platinum ingot, there's a lot of different ways to get it. Now, one of the ways that we can get it is by utilizing cinnabar and nickel ore to get platinum. This is how I'd like to actually get my platinum ingots. But I also realize that that might not be enough, right? So, what's another way to get platinum? Well, an easy one is platinum ore, correct? That's what we're currently doing, and right now we are currently grinding it down in our pulverizer, okay? Pretty straightforward. It gives us a chance of getting some iridium as well, which is really, really cool. Speaking of iridium, this is exactly what I want this for. So, what I want to do is I want to get platinum ore with cinnabar in an induction smelter to get iridium. Now, you don't need a ton of iridium for a lot of different things, but there is some items that will require iridium, right? One of them being the deep dark portal, okay? That would be pretty nice for us to get, not gonna lie. Good little mining in there. The iridium reinforced plate is another one that we can kind of see. We can also upgrade to like an iridium drill. There's iridium neutron reflectors. There's an iridium storage box, iridium tank, and then of course all of the quantum suit stuff. And last but not least is the diode from environmental tech. The other thing is iridium reinforced plate is required for the crafting core itself, okay? So that's a whole different thing in the crafting core to get our fusion crafting core for draconic evolution. So we need a little bit of iridium, to say the least. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, that's a great question, but let's do it right away here, okay? Now, the only thing I don't have is the secondary induction smelter, and that's a big one. We need to get that done, and done quickly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the combiner from mechanism. Now, this is pretty cool. This is very cool. This machine with a piece of cobble can combine our platinum ore back into platinum ore, basically, okay? Now, this is not efficient at all. You don't want to be doing this. But I accidentally pulverized my stuff, is basically what happened. So, what I want to do now is I want to go over, I want to disable all of the platinum ore from being pulverized, and I want to make sure that we are utilizing the correct things, okay? So, first things first, let me clean up, and I mean clean up, my mistake, my big mistake with the ore, okay? So I'm just going to throw this guy down here. Nothing too crazy. It's not going to be a integral part of our system. Okay, so that's the other thing that I want to make clear here, all right? So I do not want this to be the way that we do this for every single piece of platinum. Oh, how did that get in there? Got it. Got it. All right. You know, it made from all the way over there to there. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? All right. And then this guy here, I also want to disable. But before I do that, I want to make sure that all of our platinum ore is out of our system here. So I believe I have it in 2 different places, which I don't know. Oh, yes. One was nether ore. That's what it was. Okay. So we're going to remove the nether platinum ore. Perfect. And in our pulverizer as well. Pulverizer. Get those sharp P's hitting here. Where is it? We got too many machines, man. Too many machines. No, that's the furnace. Pulverizer 1. Okay, I've already removed it. Excellent. Appetite coal. Good. Good. All right, I've already removed it. We're fine. We are fine and dandy. So, I can pull out these guys as well. Like so. Good. Good, good. Very, very nice. All right, and we're going to unlock. We're going to... Oh, no. No, 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 no. Nope. Stop it. No, stop it. Oh, my lord. Is this real life right now? Here. There we go. Locked it. Oh, man. Because it's pulling it out just as quick. Okay. Unlock. Boom. What? No, no, no. And lock. There we go. Why? That was weird. It was like not letting me lock it. Anyway, so that works. So we have all of this beautiful stuff with us. And I want to now combine it with the cobblestone so that I can get ore back. Now, I'm not going to do all of this because I do already have some platinum ore building up. 32 of them, you know, to be exact. And our digital miner's basically been running as much as possible. So I'm going to combine some of these. Some of them. How are we doing over here? Yeah, we're pretty much staying the same. Seems. Yeah, we're pretty close. Anyways, no big deal. No big deal. The recyclers are working great anyways. So all of my power is ideal. Nominal, to say the least. So what we can do is we can throw this in the combiner. And it's kind of a cool block. There's a lot of different things that you can combine, but a lot of it is getting back to the ores or reversing the pulverized process. This is an interesting, if you have a whole bunch of flint left over, stuff like that. Some of those are a little bit more unique or interesting. Things like getting the prosperity ore again, and then can you duplicate it? I don't know, right? Like, is that a thing that you can do? Beats me. So there's a couple of fun ways, and it's a good way to kind of get like some of the silk touch ores if you need them for processing or anything like that. You can get them that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine these back. I'm going to get more platinum ore, right? Because we're kind of lacking in it. I am going to smelt up some of the platinum that I currently have because combining it is a little inefficient. We do not get 8 pieces back from it, the same amount that we're putting in. But this will be helpful. So I want to get to all of this. I think we're going to call it here. And what I want to do is I want to set this system up and start off the next episode by showing you guys the Cinnabar induction smelter. Okay? So, well, see you next time. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, all that fun stuff. Thank you all so much for the ongoing support. I really do appreciate it. And have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye for now. Good day, ladies and gents. Welcome to this wonderful, wonderful world that we are in for Minecraft Enigmatica 2. Couple of quick things. So we'll just teleport quickly over to our Thaumcraft area. Oh god, every time I teleport it's like leg. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, everything over here is working pretty darn good. I've got pretty much everything good to go. You can empty these with jars, stuff like that. Haven't done too much. I still don't know how to read this, really, but it's fine. Apparently there's a big nothingness of V. Again, it seems a little bit weird, but whenever you leave and like load an area and stuff like that, it seems like the V that comes into your table seems a little bit buggy. I gotta move up my chair a little bit. I was a little too far away. So that's a thing. We're not dealing with that today. Either way, we're not touching Thaumcraft today. We're not touching a lot of different things today, but that's okay. I did want to update you guys on a couple of improvements that I've made. All right, and they're subtle improvements, but let's go over them because I think today's going to be an improvement day overall. There's a few other things that I want to still improve and do as well. And one of those being this stuff here, right? I want to be able to make more UU matter and have it more readily amplified than what I currently do, right? As you guys saw with the environmental tech thing, making that litherite very, very expensive, right? Very, very expensive to get that guy done. Almost over half a bucket per block, right? So I would like that to be improved upon. You know, I'd like to be able to get more UU matter quickly, right? As well as just have all of these machines working up to their maximum speed potential as possible, right? So that whenever I need something, I can come in. We're not going to see that power bar dip down or anything like that, like I currently have. Now, how did I get there? That's a great question. Let's go review that. As you can see there, I have replaced most of my cabling with... Oh yeah, I cleaned up down here too. So I built another nuclear reactor, so we have two. That way we can double down on our EU per tick. I added a whole bunch of stone and everything just to make it look a little bit... Hide some of those Kryllyk wiring back here. And it is definitely Kryllyk wiring, so we'll leave it at that. But if you guys remember, I was doing this before, and then I kind of put the brakes on because I didn't really have the power to do it anyways, or what I wanted to do, okay? But anyways, I'm utilizing that HV capacitor. No big deal. It's just a conduit. That's all that it's there for. And then I've replaced all of this with universal cables. And that's running to all of my machines, at least on the lower tier here, my higher upgraded machines. My MFSUs are outputting 2048 EU per tick into this advanced power cell, which is throwing 8192 directly into our system over there, okay? So we have this input coming from our system over there, and we have our EU also going into that. It basically makes it almost a break even, but it is actually sending more power over here than we're generating, right? Because this is only exporting at 2048, and some of these machines are definitely drawing that whole power. I was running into that issue as well. I have my radioisotope thermoelectric generator. It is outputting at all times, passively directly into that MFSU as well. And as you can see, this one's pretty much always on, right? Because this is outputting at 2048. This is also outputting at 2048. So you have like a 2048 kind of loop chain. But we always kind of have this as a bit of a backup, which is nice. So that was one improvement that I made to our overall system. I think it's better. I really do. It would be nice. I might change out these glass cables and everything, and even the glass cable. Yeah, like I might change out these cables to go directly into that power cell and get rid of the MFSUs. I'm debating that one still, but yeah, so that's a thing that we could do to improve it as well. All right, so what we're doing is we're basically converting EU to RF at as much efficiency as we possibly can, okay? As far as I'm aware, okay? Pretty easy stuff, though. I definitely need to make another metal former to automate the fuel rods a little bit better, but that's a different story. I put this in here just because I accidentally clicked them out of here, and I'm like, oh dang, what am I going to do with all those? In here, I've corrected my plate issue, and I'll explain what I did for that as well in due time. One of the improvements I want to make, though, is I want to take more universal cables. So we still have all this copper cable here for all of our recyclers and stuff like that. And as you can see, they tend to not be fully powered all the time, depending on how much is getting processed through what system and all that kind of stuff. Now, I believe that the universal cables will automatically deregulate the power accordingly. So, we're going to have to give that a try. We're going to have to give that a try here. Let's go 8. Let's go 16. And the 2 diamonds. Okay. Yeah, I need to get these going. So, boom and boom. We got a little bit of work to do. I do have the time in the bottle as well. So, you know, like things like this, we could actually speed up quite a bit just to kind of get it going nice and quick. And then we can go like so and like so. And as you can see, it just flies through it just because it's increasing the tick rate. It's pretty darn nice, not going to lie. I think I have... Okay, I do have elites already. Excellent. That's an easy craft then. Beautiful. All right, so we got some more universal cables. So let's worry about improving this system now. Right? This is my goal, one of my goals for today. Okay? So I want to come in here and let's make some magic. All right. So those guys, we're good to go. Awesome. So we have our power coming up and through into this induction furnace, which we kind of sort of don't really need anymore. But equally, it's coming out of this CESU. All right. Let's give this a try. Let's see if we can't explode some things. I don't think we will, by the way. Just saying. So I don't think we'll explode anything, but... yeah, just one of those things. So, I'm going to remove that, and that, and that. Beautiful. Okay, so that should be all of our converters and everything like that that I just removed. And we have our ultimate universal cable right there. Excellent. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to patch this a little bit. We're going to run our ultimate universal cable. That's a connector, apparently. That's fine. Is it fine? We do not want down. It's still going to connect, but that's fine. Okay, good. I have a block over here. There we go. That's the other one. All right, good. So these guys are currently non-operational as well as the stuff upstairs, right? So we're going to remove that. I'm going to replace those with stone. Nothing too crazy. And we are going to replace these copper cables with our ultimate universal cable. Now this is basically where it could explode. And let's find out if it does. We're good. We're good to go. So that's excellent news. So from there, I'm basically going to be replacing all of this copper cabling with the ultimate universal cabling that we just had there. Now, we have this network here, which kind of sort of is getting in the way, I'm not going to lie. And I did this little loopy-loop of Kryllyk wiring, and I'm kind of thinking that it'd be nice to change that up a bit. So what if we go this way? I know it's still going to be a hole in the wall, all things considered, but I think it's a more direct hole in the wall than the way that I was going. And we're not interfering with anything this way. And then we can actually remove this one now, because I think that's connected right through there, which it is. Okay, good. So we might have to do a building modification or a tweak here, but it should function accordingly. So that guy's working as well, so that's very, very nice. Let's just keep going. I know it's nighttime and everything. I'm not too concerned about bad guys or anything like that, so So these will be replaced like that. This will be replaced. Then we have these guys here that will be replaced as well. Okay. There we go. Awesome. Vein miner for the win. Okay, so all of these will convert to this ultimate. And then this is where we will connect it up. Like so. And that should basically be doing it. We should have power to all of these. And more power than we had before. Or at least that's what should be the case. We'll have to confirm that that is actually the case. And we can do that pretty easily with just adding a few overclockers to see where our maximum is going to be at here. Right? We're at 6 right now. What am I missing here? Tin plates to make more overclockers. Well, I got lots of tin plates. Let's make... let's throw 20 plates in there. I don't want to overproduce overclockers. We don't really need to. Really. So, yeah. We don't need to. And then we'll have to do some building modifications. I definitely want to fill this hole back in, because that was annoying me for a long time. I got to get a half slab doohickey. And then I think that there's mechanism facades. I really do. So we might not have to make much modification there. And I think that overall, that wiring system that we just did is much improved over what we had before. So yeah, I like it. I hope you guys do too. Let's get some more of these and throw them in there. Okay, so this guy, boom, 8. Beautiful. No issues whatsoever. This is great. We are flying. Let's speed this guy up. Get some things going a little bit quicker here. There we go. And now we're also out of lapis. That's fine. Okay. So I think we should at least be able to go to 10 here. The next problem is going to be our cobble. As you can see, we are draining that instantly, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy how fast we are draining that. So we might need to go to like a bit system. As bad as that sounds. I don't like going to a bit system if we don't have to, but we might want to do that. Just thinking out loud. Okay. I also need some more lapis dust, which I can get. I love it how all of these go dark. I still don't know why that is. Let's get a little bit of lapis dust here going for our system and get this up and running as quickly as we possibly can. So the goal here is basically the fact that we should be producing as much as possible, as quick as possible with the IC2 machines, which are very, very fast machines, all things considered, right? Let alone the fact that I could improve the tick rate of them on top of that. So the biggest problem that we're going to run into is the amount of cobblestone I bet we are draining out of our system right now. So yeah, that's a whole different issue altogether. So if I jump over here, you can see our little red line. It's going down. We're going down about 1 double compressed every, 1-2 seconds? That's not good. That's not good, because that means that our cobblestone is not producing enough to supply our system. So if I go over here, this is going to be empty. Indeed it is. Okay. So yeah, that's not ideal. Now there's a couple things that we can do. I don't think there's any upgrades to them. I can't remember. There used to be like a stack upgrade for those systems, but I think it's just allows for the creation of sedimentary rock. No. Specialization. Water is no longer consumed, which is nice, but not what we need. Yeah, and that's really about it. There used to be a stack upgrade. I'm not sure if it's just disabled or what in this system, but you used to be able to generate like a stack at a time. So, yeah, that's the thing. And we're using a lot of power to generate this as well. You know, all things considered, I think this one's using 50 when it generates something. This is using 450, and we're doing that times 3. So that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of power that we are utilizing. These guys are... This is all good, and I'll explain that shortly. I upgraded these energy cells as well to their bigger components. And I finally hooked up those cloches that we did originally way back when on potatoes right here. And potatoes, I also automated my fertilizer through systems, so this guy will always be 100% full with those potatoes. So that's all working exactly as intended as well. And we can cloche those too, like we can time speed those up if we needed to, but we don't really have to. So that brings me to a couple of other things. Our cobble or our scrap that we're going to be generating is going to be improved. As you can see, doing those few minor upgrades, we are basically maintaining 100% scrap rate. And we are basically 100% even on that, are we not? It's kind of staying at 16, 17, 18. Just with those few upgrades. Now, I don't know where that limit is. So what I'm thinking is, if we add and we get some of them all up like this, are we going to burn through less cobble and power than if we, if we have more at bigger numbers? You know what I mean? So if we have like all 8s and a couple of 9s, it should do the same job. To maintain our scrap. So I'll have to do a little bit of scrap balancing. But as you can see it's gone down a little bit, right? So, yeah, it seems to be dropping a little bit. Little tiny bit at a time, right? So, I mean, we can add one more back in, stuff like that, right? Boom, we're back up to an extra 9, and we might be good, right? And it's kind of the way that those speed overclockers work, right? So it's one of those things. But yeah, the bigger problem here is going to be we're about to run out of supply. Simple as that. We're going to run out of cobble. So how do we fix that? So there's a few different ways. One of the things that we can do is we can do chisel and bits. Okay? Chisel and bits is a pretty easy process for us to do. And you can do it with basically a chisel and bit fluid tank. So you can use water and basically you extract bits from a filled tank. Now I think this requires a mechanical user. And I've not looked at that recipe. So mechanical user is 2 times automated users, which requires a turtle, which is very annoying to make. Because the computer's a little bit annoying to make. But it's not too bad. So I'm going to review this anyways. Autonomous right-click activation using any item. Whereas the mechanical user is a different story. Player simulator. Integrated tunnels. Yeah, I've never played with that one. But yeah, anyways, so basically we would need a way to automatically right-click it so that we can generate bits from it. That's interesting. Okay. The other thing that we can do is we can just upgrade these machines again, right? Like I can just come over here with Iridium kits, Signalum kits, and upgrade them. Let me know down below what you guys think we should do, because I'm actually a little bit torn. I know a lot of people recommended the bits route earlier on the episode when we first set up those recyclers. But yeah, it's one of those things that just kind of curious. We have 12 overclockers in there. Dang. That is pulling at a lot of... yeah, that's fast. Decreasing time down to 1%. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we should be good when it comes to this stuff. I think our power situation and I think what we've done over here is a lot better. It looks like we are not capitalizing fully on the boxes yet, so I'm going to keep going until I find the perfect balance. The other thing that we can flat out do is just make more recyclers, right? We can slow them down and make more. That way we're not consuming as much power, and we can spread that load a little bit more so, right? If we get these all back down to like 4 overclockers, it might not be nearly as bad, right? Or at least that's my thought process. So this here seems pretty darn close. We're like very, very close to being on perfect keel for it. I might just need the one more. And I think there was one more 8 in here. So it looks like we're pretty much all 9s. I think there's one additional 8 here. Which we can do that. It's better to have too much than not enough, I guess, right? And it is a little bit luck-based because the scrap rate is kind of luck-based. But yeah, that's pretty darn good. That should be increasing our UU matter quite drastically. And it's not going to really be affecting our power all that much. And I'll show you why over here. Okay. So over here, we have this system. It is outputting at 125,000 RF per tick. We are not even denting our dynamos, right? These gas burning generators are churning almost 100% of the time. But as you can see, our PRC is full as long as our biofuel is full. So we are generating, power through these and through all of our solars and stuff like that. Our solar power has finally pretty much caught up with the fact that we are extremely efficient right now. So as much as I complained about that environmental tech solar panel, it did kind of sort of put us over the edge when it comes to power generation. These guys here also are helping a ton. Those extra 2 wind generators that I got really helped. So we're at a pretty nice, happy medium. We do not generate poisonous potatoes from this. Okay, good. I wanted to confirm that. It appears to be the case. So that's very, very nice. We can remove this section that I was concerned that I would need. We only generate actual potatoes. Very happy about that. Okay, good. Let's just get an XNet cable because I do not need this connector here. We just need plain old XNet. Beautiful. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're generating that. We're generating that. We have an overall efficient system that we're doing a lot of good things with. We've got our time in the bottle. It's going to be generating accordingly as well. We have the poisonous potatoes, which we are still generating some of them over here. Mind you, I do have this fully automated, right? Do I have the potatoes automated? I honestly don't remember. Potatoes, yeah, right there. Yeah, so we have the potatoes automated, so that's good through our system as well. So overall, really, really good stuff. Are we like... We have no soybeans. We got 95 stacks of firm tofu. Wow. Whenever a soybean comes in, we're basically automatically destroying it. Anyways, so yeah, that's still working its way through a lot of different things. I'm going to go stash some of this stuff back here in the IC2 area, and then I'll check on the time, see what I have for time here, and then maybe we can start on one additional project for today.